we weren't slaves. I understand. But I'm saying you personally,
You personally weren't slaves?
my family, many were not slaves.
So where your father from? Play games. Why are we playing word games when we out here to edify you? You should have played word games with the people that told you that you was black, African American, that told you that Jesus Christ was white. Those are the people you should play word games with. You wealthy or knowledgeable. I ain't talking about knowledge. I'm asking you wealth as in, do you have financial resources?
Bring it out.
Do you have money? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about wealth of knowledge.
Right.
But you don't have founding fathers of this country. They're not talking about you. They're not talking about me. They're talking about themselves.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Put on the screen.
My family owned slaves in Haiti.
You said y'all own slaves when? In Haiti? So your father is a so-called white man? Your great-grandfather? Who did you own in Haiti? And why? How did you end up here?
I'm an American. This is my family past, way back.
On your father's side?
On my mother.
On your mother's side, right?
My mother and my father.
All right, so there's a lot of stuff that you got to understand, man. There's a lot of stuff you got to understand. Your heritage, your nationality, your origin, of where you come from, your bloodline, comes from your father, right?
We weren't, my parents were claiming we weren't slaves. I understand, but I'm saying you personally were.
You personally weren't slaves?
My family, many were not slaves.
So where your father from? He's from here. Where's his father from?
Parents were from Haiti. My great-great-grandparents were from Haiti.
Oh, from Haiti.
They were slaves.
They weren't slaves? What were they doing over there?
They were rich.
They were rich? That's what they told you? So how you end up here in the situation you in?
I mean, that was so long ago, bro. I just did my research.
All right, so give me Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16 real quick.
I'm saying, I understand. It's just, I can't use my family.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, a lot of times we don't have the real history on our family at all. Because of slavery, we don't understand where our family's from. A lot of times, you'll talk to your family, and your family be so ashamed of the fact that they were slaves, and they'll tell you some shit that ain't really happened.
Bring it out!
To be honest with you, that's what really happened, especially in the islands. They're so ignorant towards who they are, their history, where they come from, that guess what? They don't want to tell you that they were slaves because they feel like it'll put inferiority on you.
Right.
So they'll tell you, make up some grand story. Oh, we own slaves.
Right.
But if you own slaves, you should have some money.
Right.
Because all the other slave owners out here, they got money.
Right.
When you look out here in Augusta, guess what? They got what they call old slave money.
Right.
So if life was so good in Haiti and your ancestors were owners of slaves, what the heck they doing up here, and how the heck did you end up in the position that you in right now? Because you don't have no money, do you? You got bread? You wealthy? Where you live at? What side of town you live at? Huh? You said you alright? You got bread?
You got wealth.
Wealth in what way? How many businesses you own? What about the condition of your people? Okay, so you're wealthy, right? Say for instance you're wealthy. What about your people? Are your people wealthy?
Bring it out.
They were knowledgeable.
You said what's that?
We wealthy with knowledgeable.
You said you're wealthy or knowledgeable. I ain't talking about knowledge. See, we always try to play games with each other. Like, we ain't playing games. Why are we playing word games when we out here to edify? You ain't out here playing word games. You should have played word games with the people that told you that you was black, African American, that told you that Jesus Christ was white. Those are the people you should play word games with. I'm asking you wealth as in, do you have financial resources?
Bring it out.
Do you have money? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about wealth of knowledge.
Right.
But you don't have wealth of knowledge, because the knowledge that would give you wealth is what's in these Bibles.
That's right.
Understanding the laws and the commandments of God, you understanding who you are and can actually point to your nationality, that's wealth. That's understanding, because you know what? God has a kingdom guaranteed for the people that recognize who they actually really are.
Right.
And if you are from these, if your lineage comes back to these 12 tribes of Israel, guess what? You have a kingdom of heaven that's going to be established right here on earth, that's in your inheritance for you to gain. But the only way for you to do that is for you to humble down and recognize that this Bible is talking about you.
Right.
But if you sit here and say that you have this wealth, knowing that you don't have any wealth, because if you had wealth, I would hope that you would try to provide wealth for your people, right? Because we always look at it individually. Oh, well, I'm good, I got money. But what about the conditions of your people? When you go down there to East Boundary,
Bring it out.
I see people over there suffering. I see people selling drugs to one another in order for what? Just so that they can make money. They destroy that family so that they can make money. Well, what's the development of our people, and what are you doing to help your brothers and sisters if you're wealthy?
My family is selfish. My people are good. Those are
Okay, so you said black folks are selfish.
a lot of black folks are chosen.
You said a lot of black folks aren't chosen?
A lot of folks are supposed.
I agree with that. So it don't necessarily have to be with the color of your skin.
Well, my family, my people, the struggle of us. We're solid, we're healthy, we're unified, we're wealthy.
You said you identify. I can't hear you. Go ahead.
My family is solid, we're healthy, we're wealthy. We're good, my people are good.
So you're just talking about your family alone.
Yes.
You're like your relatives. So you don't consider your brothers that look like you, me and you, we not family. No,
No.
we not. So we different people.
Yes, so are they.
You said so are they.
12 different.
There's 12 different tribes, but they are from the nation of Israel. There's one nation of Israel with 12 different tribes. So that's why I'm asking you, if you're saying that when you're talking about your people, it's just your family. But it shouldn't be just your family.
That's right.
It should be us as a nation of people.
Bring it out.
Because that's what God deals with. God created 18 nations. So when I'm asking you about your people, I'm asking you your people of who you come from. Not just your family, not your uncle, your auntie, and your nephew. Because guess what? In slavery, when this happened, you don't even really know who your aunt and your uncle is. You don't know who you're related to. Because when they took us and put us on these auction block, what you see right here, look at this. You see an auction block right here, right? Yeah, right here. Oh, right here. See an auction block. This is a mother. This is a daughter. When they sold the daughter off to Texas, Virginia, what else? South Carolina, and she's left there in Florida. Does that mean that that's no longer her mother no more?
Right.
It's hard. Those are racial because it's kind of hard. Then there's the truth. But those are categories of racial. So to keep that,
Yeah.
that's just a small part of what's going on.
You said a small part? How many people came over here in these slave ships?
I mean, I'm saying it's the truth, but there's so much more of life that happened besides that. You get what I mean?
But because you don't understand that is the reason why you say you don't have a people.
Well, I'm trying to understand.
That's what I'm trying to show you. That's exactly what I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you the reason why you say that it's not important that your people, and you only generalize your people as your family, your aunt, your uncle, your nephew, is because you don't understand this. Right. When you understand this, you recognize that I don't really know who my people really are. Right. Because guess what? We've been all mixed up through slavery.
Bring it out.
So, meaning I could be your cousin. Right. You ain't look at me and be like, oh, no, this ain't my cousin. You too black. Right? That's what you might say. But you don't know that because your people were taken and scattered to the four corners of the earth. They took families and separated them, right? And you may look at it and say, well, I'm from Texas and he's from Florida, but you don't know what happened because guess what? This happened right here.
Right.
You have sons that was sold to different areas of the land.
Happened to y'all. I'm asking.
Uh-huh.
What happened to y'all?
So you say that it happened to you.
Y'all family, y'all ancestors.
This is our ancestors. But you keep trying to separate yourself. Like that didn't happen to you.
Not my family.
And so that didn't happen to your family. So your mother, you said, didn't own, your mother's side of the family didn't own slaves in Haiti, right? They owned slaves in Haiti. What about your father? What about your father? I ain't asking about his wealth. I'm asking about his origin, your father. Where's your father and your father's father from?
They're from America.
They're from America. Go to Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. But we're going to try to help. We're going to try to help you out. Numbers chapter 1 and 18. Read that.
Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees.
They declared their pedigree, your nationality, your origin. Those questions that I was asking you earlier. Watch this.
After their families, by the house of their fathers.
By the house of their mother.
Their fathers.
So your origin, your nationality, your pedigree, who you are comes from your father. So your mother could have owned all the slaves she wanted to go in Haiti, all she wanted. But that's not where your nationality or your heritage come from. Your nationality, your heritage comes from your daddy.
Right.
Your daddy walks around with seed.
Teach.
He plants that seed in a woman, right? That's what sperm is called. Sperm, seed, same thing. The Bible references it the same way. Seed, sperm, it's the same thing.
That's right.
So when your father met your mother, guess what? He planted a seed in her, and guess what was the fruit? You are that fruit.
That's right.
So meaning, if I have an apple seed, and I plant the apple seed here in the ground, when that apple seed grows up, what type of fruit is it going to produce? Is it going to produce oranges? What's it going to produce? Apples.
That's right.
So you are the production of your father.
That's right.
You are your progeneration comes from your father. All right. So understanding that, now that you understand your father is an American black, then yes, you are from the tribe of Judah. The American blacks was brought here, and guess what? They was given the truth first. The Bible says that we was going to be here in the neck of our enemies.
Right.
The other 12 tribes of Israel, guess what? They were scattered to all different locations. But Judah specifically is here in America with his enemies. And when you say who's his enemies, the same people that hold you from getting economic stabilization.
That's right.
The ones that planted drugs in your neighborhood.
That's right.
The ones that infiltrated all the black organizations that came to help black people.
Right.
Those people that set all those things up, those things are your enemies.
That's right.
The ones that drop these churches in every square mile in your neighborhood, they drop these churches and they have these white images of Jesus everywhere. Those are your enemies.
That's right. Right.
Because there's no biblical depiction of Jesus looking like that. But your enemy put that in your face. Why? To make you feel inferior. That's what it is. And to get you in a position to see them as godly and see yourself as evil. So the people that did these things or orchestrate these things, the ones that paid the rappers all these millions of dollars to call your women whores, to call them bitches,
Right.
to call your brothers niggas, talk about how you're going to run up on them and shoot them.
That's right.
The ones that paid people to make this music, those are your enemies. Your enemies ain't the one that took in the music and now is acting out what they heard. The enemy is the one that orchestrated that music to reach your ear. There's somebody that sat down and said, hey, give him $1 million. Listen, I don't want you to talk about no uplifting of black people, all that garbage. I don't want you to talk about that.
Bring it out.
I want you to talk about the club scene. When you get in a club and a nigga looking at you and he looking at you the wrong way, what you do to him. I want you to talk about that. I will pay you $1 million to rap about that. Or when you see a brother come in and he got a beautiful girl or wife, how you gonna take his girl and his wife from him?
Right.
I want you to rap about that and tell him that he ain't nothing.
Right.
And you're gonna take his girl and sleep with him and have a baby with her, and you're gonna have babies all. That's what I want you to.
Bring it out.
That's what I want to pay you to rap about. So you can't say that Pookie and them down the street is your enemies, because they are living in a society that's been set up for them to orchestrate these crimes, but they ain't the ones that pay themselves. These things are paid to them by your enemies. Why?
Right.
So that way at nighttime when you walk around here, you on guard. When you walk by your brother, you don't even say good morning, good evening. How many times you walk across a brother throughout the day, you say, what's going on, bro? How you doing? We don't do that. We look him up and down. I'm like, look at this nigga here. You don't walk by. You don't even say good morning. We don't even say good afternoon in our community.
Bring it out.
Right.
We don't, I'm telling you, we hate each other. But guess what? The Bible says we got to correct that. We got to correct that because we got to recognize that our enemies are the ones that set these things up for us. We got to recognize that we are a people collectively, not just one individual, not just my family. Get that Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
God says we got to gather together. Our enemy says the number one threat in the United States of America is black unity.
That's right.
That's what they said.
Right.
It ain't the terrorist organizations. It ain't the Ku Klux Klan. It ain't none of it. It's black unity.
That's right.
When we say black unity, we talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. That's why we all divided up. but we still oppress together.
That's right.
Read that.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
The Bible says that we are a nation of people that have not been desired for us to gather together. That's the reason why J. Edgar Hoover can make that statement and said black unity is the #1 threat to American society. Because when he says American society, remember, he's not talking about us. Because when they created the Constitution and all these laws, guess where our forefathers were?
Right.
Guess where your great-great-great-granddaddy and our great-great-granddaddy was? Picking cotton in the slave field.
Yeah.
That's what we was doing.
Right.
So when they talking about these things, the #1 threat to America is black unity. They're talking about themselves. When they say founding fathers of this country, they're not talking about you. They're not talking about me. They're talking about themselves. The founding fathers, they're talking about George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, John Adams, all these different people. Guess what? They're not from our bloodline. This is what we was doing, right? And they said that you was just 3/5 of a man.
That's right.
So they're not talking about you. They're talking about their own people. God says that the Israelites got to gather ourselves together.
That's right.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.